There's so much to talk about. I'm recording this on January 30th. Shutdown has been avoided, just temporarily, and that's because the funding of Homeland Security and ICE has to be reviewed. And reviewed it must, because this tyranny by design doesn't work. Trump overplayed his cards. He overdid Project 2025. Too soon, too fast, and too brutal. And all of us know what execution looks like, and we've seen it. And you can't lie your way out of it, Trump. This was by design. And now you're doubling down, and you haven't left Minnesota yet. So let's see what happens in the next 2 weeks. I wouldn't fund, at a greater expense, ICE. Milan, the Olympic Games, they don't want our ICE agents there either. They said, we've seen the murder on America's streets. We don't want those guys here. And when you compare the training of ICE agents to the normal folks at NYPD, you find out NYPD has a 6-month training period, and every day is a learning experience for these guys and women. Every single day they've got to be alert and aware and understanding of the situations that will confront them. And then they've got 2 years probation. They don't make $100,000 in the first year. Not like ICE folks do. These are people who are picked from society because they are malcontents, because they are asocial. They don't care when they murder people. Well, now the states are going to sue these agents and indict them so that the attorney generals of every state where they have been conducting illegal searches, where they have been conducting brutality, harassment, going after people in their homes, they'll be put on trial, a trial of their peers, and they can be indicted, and Trump cannot pardon them. That's justice. The Republican Party has forgotten the First Amendment, which gives us freedom of speech, the Second Amendment, which allows you to carry guns legally, if that state allows it, the Fourth Amendment, which says you must have a search warrant for going into people's homes or for seizing any evidence against a human being or bringing them into custody. You can't just nab people off the streets, destroy their cars, pull them from their cars bodily, surround them, and beat them for no reason because you're looking for an individual and you don't even have a list. What in the world have we done? And then they've trashed the 14th Amendment also, which gives all of us equal rights under the law, and the Bill of Rights. And one thing it does give is it gives us Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which is that any person running for office for a second term can be legally impeached for having led a coup. And according to Jack Smith, Trump could be impeached just on those grounds alone because he and his co-conspirators would have been indicted if all of the facts had come out before he entered the second presidency. So, my friends, this is a president who's not even there legally, and many congressmen and legislators are not there legally either, because they've broken the law. The 14th Amendment, Section 3, which says you should not participate in any coup against the United States. Attempting to overthrow the Constitution and the government of another president is absolutely illegal and a high crime and misdemeanor. So I think Trump, though you're there now, you're not there because of anyone's good graces. And if people had known your history with Roy Cohn, and they had known your history with your dad at the age of 27, when you were already a racist, I don't think they would have voted for you if they knew that you had been screening people of color since you're in your 20s and you don't like them. No, siree. And when you're trying to say others worked with Russia to get you elected, let's not forget the documentation behind me, the Mueller report. And I also have an article from the Financial Times dated December 13th, 2016, where it came out your 30 years of association with Russia and Putin. And I don't know of anyone else who hangs a framed photograph of you and Putin, your best bud, in the White House. Hasn't happened before. This love affair should end. And if you're not really sure of where you are in this world, Trump, let's look at The Economist and how they portray you this week. Get a good look, because there you are. The world looks like it can do away with you. They can get on, unfortunately, without the United States. That lack of trust will be there for a long time, thanks to you. We didn't need it. We'd had good allies. And we all know tariffs don't work. And now we're going to actually feel those tariffs. So if you don't do what's right by the American people, you better watch out, because you can be impeached. And it won't be just the Democrats.